Yes. Well, can I give you the details you're in some letter? What is this about, please?
I was under the impression you asked for me to call you.
Asked for you to call me?
Yeah.
No. I spoke to somebody yesterday.
Okay, no problem.
I don't know what it is. You sent me a complaint, and I don't know what the complaint's about.
Sorry?
I said, are you with SSE?
Yeah.
You sent me a. Hang on a sec. Let me get the letter. Hang on a sec. Hello.
Hi.
I've got a letter here from you. So you've sent me a letter saying. So I've logged the complaint with the Ombudsman, and you've sent me a letter saying that you've opened a complaint, and I don't know what complaint you've opened.
What was that date on the letter?
You've just put the occupier.
To the occupier, so it's not been addressed to you.
But you've got the address on here.
Right, okay. Let me have a look. Can you just confirm your address for me, please?
I can confirm the address off this letter.
That's your address.
Well, that's the address that this letter's been sent to.
And what's your name, please?
Well, you put the occupier, so I'm guessing you want the name off the letter, don't you?
No, I want your name so I can discuss the account with you.
Well, my name won't be on the account. I don't know what this letter is, you see, so I can only give you the details off the letter. So I can't give you joinder because I don't have an account with you, so...
Okay. Can you confirm your name so I can discuss the Ombudsman complaint with you?
Well, you've got on the account there. You'll have. Have you got my details on the computer in front of you?
Yes, but I would like to confirm them with you so I can discuss it with you.
Well, what do you need for data protection?
Your full name.
Well, on that system. But that's not. Is that okay? Yeah. I can give you. I can give you the amount of the bill, which is £1,094.
Lovely. Thank you.
And I can give you the account number. That should clear data protection.
Yes. What's the number?
723.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, so you've had a letter in the name of the occupier.
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second. And I'll have a look and see if we can find out why. I think, have you returned anything to sender recently?
I've returned a form that you've sent. You sent me a form. You sent me a letter on the 3rd of December with a notice of warrant application. You've sent me that, and then you sent a form attached to it saying attending court. I've spoke to the Law Society, and you said on this document, you said if you do not ask for a court hearing by the 24th, the case will be heard in your absence without any further notice. And you haven't got the authority to say if I don't fill a document in that I can't attend court. Even the court can't send a document that does that. So I've complained with this about the Ombudsman. I've sent this letter off and I've sent this letter off. And then you've sent me a letter dated the 12th saying you've opened a complaint. And I don't know what complaint. I spoke to the woman yesterday and she says you've put the occupier because I haven't put my details on this form that I filled in under duress. But there's nowhere to put your details on this form, so how can you put your details on a form when there's nowhere to put your details?
Okay, well, when we receive any correspondence like a letter or anything like that, if there's no name on it, if you've not signed who it was from...
Can I just stop you there a second? Can I just stop you there? You've sent this, there's no place to put your name. And then you make it out like I haven't put my name on a document where there's nowhere to put your name on the document. This is a document masquerading as a court document. This is not a court document.
Okay. Well, what I just wanted to let you know is that we've sent you that in the name of the occupier purely for that reason. So I'm sorry.
Hang on a sec. Can I just clarify? The reason you've sent you put the occupier on this document? Because you've sent a document to me where you don't put your details on. On it says I'm looking at the form right now. It says your details, telephone and email address. So where am you meant to put your details on this document? I'm curious, like.
I don't know.
No, me exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. You're saying you've sent this letter to me, to the occupier, because I haven't put my details to a form where you've sent me where you can't put your details. And this form that I'm pretty sure, I've spoken to somebody from the Law Society, that this document is it's fraudulent, because you cannot send me a document claiming it's a court document saying that if I don't fill this in, you are going to take me to a court in my absence. There's no document in the land that can do that, not even a court document. So I'd like to know where you've got the power for this document from. I mean, I've sent this to the Ombudsman, and I just want what you've got to say about it. And then you've sent me this complaint letter, which I know nothing about. You've put to the occupier. Your reason for that is because I haven't put the details to a form that I filled in under duress, when you haven't put nowhere where I can put my details. Does that make any kind of sense?
Okay, well, I am sorry about that.
Like I said, I explained before, sorry is acceptable when it's heartfelt and sincere, and it's not heartfelt and sincere, so I don't really accept apologies. I just want an explanation rather than an apology.
Okay. Well, all I need to let you know, though, is that your complaint is with the Ombudsman, so they're fully investigating it for you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, what's this? Knowing this is with the Ombudsman, you've sent me a letter saying you've opened another complaint, but I don't know what this letter is. I think it's some kind of trickery on your behalf.
What letter?
This letter, it's got it on the 12th of December. Thank you for taking the time to write to us. I'm sorry we've let you down. We've opened a complaint to keep track of what you've told us. Now, you've sent this letter after months of ignoring me, not acknowledging me, wouldn't let me log a complaint. You won't speak to me, you've deadlocked the account, you don't want to talk to me. Then all of a sudden you've opened a complaint on behalf of me for yourselves to exonerate yourselves. And I don't understand why, so I think it's some kind of trickery. So, again, can you please explain what this letter is, please? Or if you're not, can you pass me on to somebody who can?
What I'll do is we'll make sure and get that removed from the system, because it's obviously not supposed to be in the occupier, so...
Well, not really now, because on the letter you've sent me, you've actually put the account number on this document masquerading as a court document, and you've put the account number, but you haven't put so you clearly know that this document is meant for the occupier, and you clearly have the name of the occupier on the system. So this is, like I said, I feel like this form is some kind of trickery. I feel like you're trying to take me to court without my knowledge, so I can't defend it, and this paperwork is somehow a trick. I mean, I've complained this to the Ombudsman, but like I said, if you're going to take me to court, all I want is the ability to defend myself, and I've got the right to do that as a human being, haven't I?
Of course, yes.
So, and this feels like some kind of trickery. These are not court documents, and you've got no authority to tell me that you will find in my absence for a gas safety, under the 54 warrant in conjunction with the 86 warrant, saying that I've got an escape of gas when A, I don't have any gas here, and B, I have a safety certificate, and C, this is a monetary issue, not an health and safety issue. And if you go to court without my knowledge, you'll be able to get the so-called justice of the peace or the judge to sign off on that warrant, and I want to be to court to defend myself, and this paperwork is some kind of trickery. So I'd like to know what this is all about, please, and I'd like you to explain to me. This is a recorded phone call, by the way.
Our calls are recorded, yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently not, because I've sent you a source request and you've only sent me one disc, and I've got like 15 calls, so there's like something else I'm going to be complaining to the ICO about you. You've sent me one disc with one recording. I've got my own recordings, and I've got 15 discs, so where's the other 14 gone?
Oh, that's fine then, because some of our calls are recorded.
Oh, some? You just said, oh, not all of them. Yeah, well, okay.
No, not all of them.
But all of mine are.
That's fine then, you've got details of
So
something.
can you give me some like update to what's going on about this? I don't know what the complaint is. I don't understand what this is about.
Okay.
So
well, what I'll do is I'll take some time to have a look into it, find out what's going on, and I'll get back to
can
you.
I get your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Alison.
Alison what?
Stargate.
Dots. Can you spell it, please?
D-A-R-G-I-E.
And your job title is, please?
I work for the Ombudsman team in the SSE.
Ombudsman team, SSE.
Yeah.
And what's your job entail then, if you work with the Ombudsman?
The customer service advisor.
So you're a customer serviceman that works for the Ombudsman?
No, I work for
Yeah, what does that, what do you do do you liaise with the Ombudsman when you get a complaint to that, is it? Yeah? Sorry, I'm not being awkward, I'm just trying to ascertain your job title. So I've got nothing against you personally, Alison. It's like I've been messed about. My complaint is with the Ombudsman now. I'm now soon going to report you to the ICO. I'm now getting documents that I believe are not legal. You're now sending me complaints that I don't understand, and it seems like it's some kind of trickery. And I believe you're going to try and take me to court in my absence, so you can use all this crap against me. And I want to be able to defend myself. So, and you've just sent me a complaint that I know nothing about, that you've instigated, you've started yourselves, and you're going to investigate yourselves to exonerate yourselves, and I don't know nothing about it.
What I can see is a scanned copy of what you've sent back. Now, unfortunately, the scanned copy has got post-its all over it, so I can't see what's underneath it. But what it does seem
What do you mean you can't redo it? You can lift the post-its up, that's why I put post-its on it.
Yes, I understand that.
The post-its are on there to highlight. That's the way you've got that document is the way I've sent it to the Ombudsman.
Yes.
And to explain that that document is not legal. It's not a court document.
I've got a scanned copy of this on my computer, so I don't have a way of listing them. I'll need to go and get the paperwork.
Yeah.
That's why I need some time.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. Which is what I'm saying is, Mark, if you're doing a complaint for me, my complaint is, you need to send me something that says that these documents that you send me are lawful, because these are masquerading as court documents and they are clearly not court documents. I've spoke to somebody at the Law Society and they completely told me that no court in the land can send a document to you and say, if you don't fill this in, you're classed as a failure to appear and you will be dealt with in your absence. The only way you can fail to appear in a court is dealt with in your absence is if you personally fail to appear. That is the law. So, you've got a document that you've made me feeling under duress, and to say it's a lawful document is, quite frankly, I can't see how you're going to do that in court. It's totally unlawful. Even the letter you've sent on the 13th, where it says, despite our request for a premium payment, you've still not paid your electricals. You owe $1,442, and we're applying for a quarter of a rights of entry under the Gas Act of 54. You've left off the fact that you're going to use the 86 because you need the 54 warrant to break into the property, and you need the 86 warrant to fit the prepayments. You put none of that in there, and you've clearly said in this letter that you owe us $1,000, and we're applying for a rights of entry under the Gas Act of 54. I mean, I wouldn't even need to take a bunch of thought. I can just take this letter to prove that you're doing this. This is a monetary dispute, it's a civil matter, it's not a magistrate's or a criminal issue. You criminalise this by saying to a court that I've got gas here when I clearly don't have gas here, and I've got a gas safety certificate, and I've supplied it to the Ombudsman, and I've supplied it to you. So anybody who goes to court is committing perjury just based on this letter, this Halle Berry. And when it's gone through this, I'm going to be seeking civil prosecutions against these people. Because like I said, I can't do SSE because it's a dead entity. It doesn't exist. It doesn't feel, taste. I can't punch it, kick it, owe it money or speak to it. It doesn't exist. But these people with your names on these documents do, and you are liable for what you're saying. And this is a complete. You cannot take me to court and say I've got gas, escape of gas, when I don't have gas. How are you going to do that?
Okay.
And these fraudulent letters you say to me clearly say we're going to take you to court in your absence. You're acting criminal, and I've got all the evidence that supports this, and you're still acting criminal. And I want some kind of end to this, or some kind of. And now you're opening a complaint into yourself to exonerate yourself, and I don't even know what this complaint is. Again, more trickery.
Right, well, I'm going to look into that for you, and I'll get back to you. And the rest of it's been dealt with by the Ombudsman, so that's
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and can you give me some kind of time when because like if you don't get back to me, I'll be ringing you.
I'll get back
And
to
the
you
problem is
next week.
SSE's deadlocked my account, so you won't talk to me. You can't instigate a complaint and then you refuse to talk to me. So I am correct there on that, aren't I?
If your complaint is with the Ombudsman, you can directly to them.
Yeah, my complaint, the point I'm trying to make is.
I will speak to you again next week.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, when I try to speak to you again, I've been fobbed up before, they'll say my account's deadlocked, but my account has gone to the Ombudsman. You haven't waited for the Ombudsman's report for anything. You've just instigated another complaint after I've logged the complaint with the Ombudsman. So you've started this complaint, so you need to address it now. I can't attach this to the original complaint. You've started this fresh complaint. You, not me. I haven't complained about anything. You've done this off your own back, so you've got a duty to inform me what's going on. Even though you've put the occupier, and the reason you put the occupier is not a very good reason. So you need to keep me informed, or I'd want to speak to you again without having the hassle of saying we won't speak to you because it's deadlocked. Else I'm going to register a fresh complaint.
Next week.
Okay. Shall we say after Christmas then?
Right. Okay. We can say after Christmas.
Okay. So if I'll give it to between. The normal response to this is 7 to 10 days. So what I'll do is I'll give it 7 to 10 days, and I'll give you a chance to either write to me or speak to me. If not, I will be ringing to speak to you, and I've got you on a recorded phone call giving me assurance that you will allow me to address this. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So that's you, Alison Dargy, agreeing to allow me to speak. Because I mean, no disrespect to you, but every time I've tried to ring up before, they just say, my account's deadlocked, we won't speak to you. So,
well, take my telephone number and you can speak to me directly.
Yeah, can I have your telephone?
Have you got a pen?
Yes, I have, yes.
It's 0345
Yeah.
078
Yeah.
6745.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you for that. I mean, no animosity to you. I wish you a very happy Christmas. I mean, I have no animosity, but I've been treated so bad through this whole process by everybody that I've dealt with, and I mean, no disrespect to you. I've got no problem with you, but you've got to understand my position. I feel like now that you're trying to stealth me into court, and that's what it felt. And these paperwork just suggests that. And so now I'm very suspicious about any kind of this, and this letter and I've got mental health issues. It's made me really more. So I'm worried now what you're going to do, and it's Christmas, and I don't want to be sitting there stressed over what you're going to do, because I feel like you're going to do something to me without my knowledge. That's how I.
We won't do anything without your knowledge.
And I don't mean that against you. And this is why I'm sitting here worried about this. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like you're going to try and do something to me. You're going to try and get me into a court without my knowledge, and then just turn up here with your bailiffs and your SSE and your police and try to force entry. And that's what I am sitting here worried about, even though I can defend it.
We won't do anything without you knowing about it.
That's all I want. That is it. I can defend myself from this, but I feel that's the way you normally do things, and that's what I feel like you're going to do to me here. And I don't feel. I just want the chance to defend myself. I've got the right. I'm a human being. Do you know what I mean, Alison? And that's all I wanted, a chance to defend myself. So thank you for listening, and have a happy Christmas. And I've got nothing against you personally. Okay?
I know. That's fine. Thank you. I'll see you again after Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Alison. Goodbye.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.